Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about how do you screen a tenant here in Houston, Texas. That's right, we're going to be talking about 3 steps that you need to be taking with every single tenant. And then more importantly, here in Houston, Texas, what are the rules and things that you cannot deny a tenant for? Make sure you're on the lookout for those and following those or you'll land yourself in some trouble. Hey, my name is Aaron White. I'm a realtor and I'm a rental property investor right here in the Houston, Texas area. We help people find rental properties, and these are the 3 steps we always recommend our clients take when screening a tenant right here in the Houston, Texas area. So first and foremost, it's about setting strict standards and strict expectations of what a good tenant is and what a bad tenant is, and having clear defined rules. This takes the emotion out of things. Ultimately, it helps you make decisions much better and not get the bad tenant because you just want to get that place filled. And second of all, it treats everyone fairly and equally on paper. I always like to communicate explicitly what my standards are to tenants even before they go see the house, just so they're aware. If they know that they don't qualify for those, they're going to typically see themselves out of that showing and move on to the next property. So with my tenants, I want to see that they have 3 times the gross income in the family living in that property to the rent. And of course, if they have a lot of debt, I want to make sure that they have the money to pay that debt, plus they have 3x the income to cover that. I also want to see that they don't have any criminal history and they do not have any evictions on their record. It's critical to have strict criteria. That being said, there are certain things that are federally protected and you cannot deny a tenant application for one of these 7 things: race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, and handicap. An example of familial status is a family that has kids. You couldn't deny that family because they have kids. Here in Houston and in Texas in general, you also cannot deny based on marital status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Those are protected under the laws in Texas. The second thing that's important that you do when screening a tenant is have them complete a background check or a credit check. Now personally, I use TransUnion's My Smart Move tool. It's a pretty cool tool. The tenant typically will pay the application fee when they apply and perform that background and credit check. It gives you a nice clean report so you can review their credit history, payment history, criminal history, all of that. In addition to looking at their background and their credit history, you'll want to look at the quantity of debt. How much is their monthly debt payment? And are they making those payments in a timely manner? What types of debt are they? Are they cell phones and cars and critical things? Or are they student debts or medical bills or maybe other things that are quote unquote not critical to live off of? It can tell you a lot about a tenant, their paying history, and their likelihood of paying you as a landlord. The third step involves you picking up the telephone and making a few phone calls. Call their work and verify that they do actually work there. Yes, you should have received those pay stubs with their application. You should see that income coming in a very recent pay stub, but you should also call their work and verify that they actually work there. Now in their application, if the number matches up to the number you see on Google, that's usually a good sign. You can go ahead and call that number and verify them. Ask them some information like what's their name of the person, how long have they worked there, what are they making, are they salary or hourly, are they guaranteed a certain amount of work, do they see any changes in the near future to their working status, and any relevant information that they want to share with you, the landlord. Now, as you're asking these questions, you'll want to be thinking, is this potentially a friend that they just gave the number to, or is this actually the business? Hopefully that person knows a good bit about their job, about their work, etc., and is able to fill it in according to what you're seeing in the application. The second person you're going to call is their landlord, their current landlord, or if they have a previous landlord, that's even better because that previous landlord is not going to be so emotional about them leaving them with a vacancy. Remember, the landlord might not always give a rosy picture because maybe they didn't even know that the tenant was planning on moving. Maybe they're applying before they told that landlord. So they might have a little bit of bias in how they answer the questions. That being said, you might want to be looking out for things that might be red flags. For example, they owe me 3 months rent and they haven't paid in the last few months, or they completely trashed the place, or some dog chewed up such and such, whatever information that landlord decides to disclose or ask there. But you can call them and ask them, hey, do they live there? Are they currently paying on time? Have they told you that they're planning on leaving? So on and so forth. If you are in Houston, Texas, and you are a rental property investor, reach out to the A-List team. we'd love to have a chat with you. We handpick a lot of different rental properties that cash flow and send them out to our clients every single week. And we, of course, help landlords like you fill tenants in your properties. Give us a call. We'll have a chat.